Hey. Time for the out-of-this-world story from our space. When someone slacks you in the face, do you stand there and take more hits? No, you move out of the way. So why would you want to stay with someone who disrespects you by cheating on you? They're kicking you in the balls. Today on our space, we fight back. Our first OP is not doing himself any favors. My 25 male girlfriend, 23 female, admitted she was going to have sex with other guys. So basically, my girlfriend is about to leave with her friends for a trip in this place where there is a kind of festival which is known for partying hard and lots of casual sex. She's leaving in 5 days, and yesterday she told me that we should make a deal and allow us to have one sexual experience with someone else since we're still young, and that she wanted to do it at the festival. I told her no, of course, so she told me okay, no big deal, and she swore to me that she won't cheat, and that deal idea was stupid, and that she chooses me over any casual sex. So now I'm insecure about this whole trip thing. She cheated on me a couple of times in the past, and it caused great pain, but that was over 2 years ago. So I don't know what to think if she hasn't cheated on me in 2 years. Maybe she's not going to now. I wish, she would have made a bit more effort to reassure me. Then I would have trusted her fully. But I brought it up, and she got mad, saying I'm trying to make her feel guilty about the trip, and that she's not responsible for my insecurity. I feel like I'm in a lose-lose situation. If I insist, she gets mad and makes me feel guilty. If I don't, then I just have to wait and hope she'll be honest. And I feel like she could solve the situation by just reassuring me properly, without getting mad or yelling, or being cold when I ask. But for some reason, she doesn't. How do I get out of this situation? I really don't see any way out right now. Edit. I want to thank everyone who showed support in this thread and in the DMs. I think I was blinded by how much I love her and care for her and deluding myself she won't cheat on me. It's pretty clear, like the title says, that she had already planned on it and admitted, and I think it doesn't even matter if she doesn't actually do it. I think I just don't want to accept that I've given all of myself to a person who already saw me at my worst, who told me they would never do it again, and that seeing me hurting like that was heartbreaking. And then she did it again. I think I'm not going to do anything until she leaves because I don't want to ruin her trip, but I won't be there when she comes back. I'm really hurting so much right now, so I'll just leave here my last comment for explanation. I just don't understand why someone like my girlfriend commits in a relationship, talk about future, plan to buy a new apartment, create thousands of memories, get along with your family, write you letters to tell you how much they love you and appreciate you, and that they want to give it all back and look after you. And then they just cheat on you, knowing how much it broke you, make it hard for you in the past. Why would someone do something that cruel and not just leave and make all the experience they want if that's more important than you? It's so heartbreaking. Let's see what the community thinks. Tizzy296 says, on the bright side, now you have 5 days to separate your stuff and start moving on. Get a plan in place. She clearly has one already. Kosk101 adds, she is always going to cheat on you regardless of anything you say or do. The only not-lose situation is to break up with her. Chalk Butter has this to say, she's absolutely going to bone at least one other dude to this festival. Travel Lover says, seriously, she has a pattern of cheating and now has openly told OP that is her plan. It would probably be best to just end the relationship. And don't get back together. Then she can go sleep with whomever she wants and not use OP as her standby boyfriend. Sorry this happened, but better find out in advance versus afterward like it happened before. Fjordoff's Airplane says, I wouldn't believe someone asking me that question wasn't going to cheat. Once someone asks you that they've told you they aren't happy and with monogamy, that's fine, that's them. But now you know that then you're deluding yourself if you think the word no will be so powerful that it'll change who they are. It might be sad. They might even try. But if they weren't happy with monogamy before they asked the question, then they won't be happier after getting a no. But then, you said she's cheated on you before. More than once. Be honest with yourself here. Did you come looking for reassurance, or do you come for us to tell you what you already know? She wants to cheat on you, and she's already planned the time and date. My advice to people is this. Decide if you're okay with her sleeping with other people. It's going to happen. If you are, then you are. If you're not, then you're not. Either stay together or break up. It's all your choice. What you can't have is option number 3, or she becomes a different person. If you want a different person, then break up and find a different person. Don't delude yourself into thinking reality isn't staring you in the face. If you need someone who's faithful to you, then she simply isn't it. Accept that. Yikes, OP. I feel like I'm not shocked that she would ask you for permission to have sex with other people, given the fact that she's cheated on you in the past. And to say that she's not responsible for your insecurities. She's the reason you don't trust her. Your ego took a huge blow when she cheated on you the first time. But I think staying with her didn't do you any good. She's been basically eating away your ego and your confidence for those 2 years, and then has the audacity to ask to sleep with other people. She just asked to pretend she's doing you an act of service, but she planned on doing it the whole time. I mean, why else would you put yourself in that type of environment? What a joke. Let her go, OP. You're not doing yourself any favors by staying. Oh, what you do? Next up, a boss with an appetite for his employees. Girlfriend of 10 years cheated on me with her boss, who's also married. Title pretty much explains it. I've noticed for a while that she was acting distant towards me, and that she was really close with her boss at work. She told me they were just close friends, so I believed her. One day, she left her smartwatch out, and I noticed he was messaging her a lot, so I checked the messages. There were messages where she said, "Good morning, Lev," and he also messaged her saying that he couldn't get her out of his head. This was 8 months ago, and you would assume this was enough evidence, but she basically gaslit me. She told me she calls him Love as a joke, and that he was thinking about her because they had an argument at work. She told me I was crazy for thinking that, and that I was horrible for not trusting her, so I ended up believing her. For the past 8 months, I've been trying to make it up to her because I felt so bad about accusing her. Well, a few weeks ago, she left her phone out, and I had this weird feeling in my stomach, so I checked her phone again. The first time I did so since the 8 months when I checked before. This time, I saw she messaged him and told him she loved him. He told her he was jealous of me because he wanted her all to himself, and she told him that he did have her all to himself. She also messaged her best friend and told her about the sex they had and how great it was. She went into detail about how many times he made her finish, and that it was great to have sex that she enjoyed again. Ouch. And her friend was telling her how happy she was for her. Her boss is also married and has a wife. I messaged his family and told them everything, and none of them believed me. My ex and her boss both came up with a story that I was jealous of their friendship and didn't know what I was talking about, and they believed them. The worst part is not knowing how long it was going on for. Apparently, her sister told me she had suspicions about them almost 2 years ago, but didn't have proof and thought she was overreacting. They had a work trip in Texas 2 years ago, and there's pictures of her with his arm around her, and she also came home with a necklace she said she bought. I think he bought it for her, but yeah. I'm 31 and she's 33, and her boss is 60, so it really messed with my self-esteem. I don't know how much of our 10-year relationship was true. She never told me the truth about anything. The only things I know are what I found out myself, and she refuses to tell me anything more. We are split up now, and I know she's going out on his boat with him after work all the time. I thought about hiring a private investigator so I could expose the both of them, but at this point, I can't be bothered. I want nothing to do with either of them. I've never felt more broken and betrayed in my entire life. The fact that someone who I was happy with is now living her best life with someone else crushes me. It's like I never even knew her at all. The community reacts. OK Temporary 7582 says, "You're only 31. You can start over. Let him have her. She's trash anyway. Once she comes to the realization that he will never leave his wife and family, or he replaces her with someone younger, she will come crawling back to you. Don't take the bait. Work on improving every aspect of your life." Original King 1408 says, "So the boss's wife still doesn't believe they are cheating?" Username 1961161 says, "I'm in that age range. She probably knows and doesn't care, or doesn't intend to give up her lifestyle. I would hazard a guess this isn't wife's first rodeo." Hey Hi Ho Ho says, "Send them a copy of their text and you have done what you can. Just extricate yourself and begin the process of healing. No contact has the best odds of the best outcome for you in every scenario. Since he is married, it will end up coming out since at the least it will make her wonder. They will likely get theirs, but you don't have to worry about that. Just do what you need to take care of you. Why expose them when you've already seen all you had to? You know for a fact that she'd be left with nothing. What's his 60-year-old self going to want with her after you've left her? She'd just be a single washed-up woman, and the fear and desire of getting caught is gone. The boss gets off on the power that he has with her, and that's all. Once that's gone, there's nothing left. Leave her. You should have left her months ago. The worst part is that she made you feel bad about calling her out. What do you think? Should OP cut his losses?" Lastly, a gaslighting little over-ripened peach. A ghost of Christmas past, I wish stayed there. While I was stationed overseas, my wife started talking to an ex of hers, by her own admission. She put me through some pretty rough moments with that, but didn't cheat, physically, that is, according to what she told me. She did cheat later down the road, physically, her admission. But she said it was talking and texting only at the beginning, as her ex was in another state. She told me it was only once she physically saw her ex and did the D with him when he came in from out of town. We are currently going to couples therapy. We started at the beginning of the year, with the intention to make things work. However, she asked me to forward her some emails from her laptop to our work email. You know, when you use a booking agency for traveling, Orbit's Traviago, you get on their mailing list. She's been getting advertising emails, all unopened, from those agencies, but with her ex's name in them, probably tracking his flight from the time she told me about. She hasn't opened the hundreds of emails, and she hadn't filtered them into spam or unsubscribed from them. But I saw his name. I browsed through and saw he had made more trips to my hometown than the one time she admitted to, and, for a duration of time, stayed there. Return flights weren't until a week and a half later. Now here's where I'm feeling all sorts of emotions. She admitted to cheating once. Emails showing this guy going to visit her more often than she said he did, and a visit took place when she said they were only talking at the beginning. I don't know how to go about questioning her about it, or even if I should. I feel like the progress in therapy just collapsed in front of me today. I haven't even confronted her about it. I'm conflicted if I should. I hate this. I feel like everything I tried rebuilding just collapsed like a heap of dry leaves, especially getting so close to the holidays. Update. Confronted her. Acted civilly in order to make sure that I didn't give her ammo. He was belligerent, making threats, etc. And I got gaslit throughout the conversation. These are some of her responses. What do you want me to say? I already got over it, so should you. Yeah, I feel bad, but what? Do you want me to put on a crying performance for you? I'm not going to cry for you. Why is taking off something we're working on matter so much to you? Do you want to look good or something? I didn't know you were perfect and levitating over everyone else. You want to be right. Fine, you're right. Happy. What do you want me to do? Feel bad? I already did. Yeah, I'm moving on. No kids, just a couple of pets. Both are mine. Got them before we married. I deserved the truth when reconciliation was on the table when we first started therapy. Now, my peace is far more important than picking up the pieces of a failed relationship. The community has some reactions. No reply at all 817 says, she sounds lovely. Standard cheating dependent wife spewing crap. Get a lawyer and divorce her as soon as you can. Don't take her non-remorse crap. She can really screw you if you're married over 10 years. Gearbro has this thought. This is all on her because she trickled truth to you. She didn't come out with a complete truth, but that's what cheaters do. They cheat, they don't tell you the truth, so now you need to determine what you want. Take her out of the equation. What do you want? Do you want to live with a cheater, somebody that you can't trust, somebody that's lied to you multiple times, kept things from you? You deserve better. Anybody deserves better, and have a partner that does that to them. I'm so sorry and good luck with your decision moving forward. Wow, she's a peach, OP. Why did you stay with her knowing that she was still in contact with her ex? True admission. You're right, OP. Your peace is far more important. It's absolutely disappointing and totally devastating to know that your partner isn't actually interested in working things out with you. Instead, they're screwing around behind your back. Why is digging up something we're working on matter so much to you? I'm glad you dug it up, OP, but you should have taken it out, back, and buried it. Thoughts? Thank you for joining us today on Our Space. Like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We'd hate for you to miss out. And if you want to listen to more stories from me, check out our lounge where I feature a larger variety of non-cheating related stories. See you there.